All right, guys. Morning. Morning. Welcome to the stream. Let's get started. Hope we're all doing well. How's everyone? Right, guys. The watch list is over here. I posted it on the chat as well. We are looking at. Let's have a look if I can zoom in. NAOV, LMFA, Apple, AMC, PFE, mRNA, AMD, Space, Hood, Sono, DYAI, and from the gappers FLGC. That's what I am watching, guys. And right, so let's have a look at NAOV. Not that interested on it, to be honest, unless it gets back over the pre-market highs. So we'll be watching that. If it does start to creep back up, 385s and over, then we can look into taking longs on it. So that's 385. That needs to break above that. And then we've got 4 level here. Quite a bit of resistance. But if it starts to break that 385, then it could try that 4. If it does break 4, then it could run. But I doubt it, to be honest. So not very keen on NAOV. LMFA was gapping up slightly, but now it's failing off, so I am not that interested unless I want to short it. Probably good shorting opportunity on an LMFA later down the line. And we have AMC, you know the drill, guys, is trying to creep back up, AMC. So if you are gonna short today, be careful with it. Although it's actually pre-market showing a little weakness, sign of little weakness. So initially we are looking at 35 area, guys. If that 35 area holds and it starts to drift down, then could be a nice shorting opportunity on AMC. Right, we've got PFE, extremely overextended stock. Just pulls back a little bit and then carries on. So on this one, I'm still waiting on a bigger bigger move down. Yesterday we had a move down. Could only get one partial on it. That was pretty much it. But then it started to climb back up and it never looked back. So today, if it does give us a chance for a short opportunity, definitely I will look to short it. mRNA has been beaten down for the past week or so. I am expecting a little bit of a bounce on it today, so I will be careful shorting this. Chances are, if I was going to take any trade, it will probably be long on it, guys. AMD, I just keep it just in case if it does provide us anything. Both ways, I will trade it if the setup allows me. Space, quite beaten down again. A little bit of a bounce I'm expecting on this. I will see after that 15-20 minutes of the open how it reacts. Usually space will tend to have a quick wash and then start recovering quickly. Yesterday it tried to sort of continue the momentum, try to bounce, then quick wash. This is what I'm looking for, so I want that quick wash and then see if it produces any sort of reversal pattern. So we'll watch space for sure. Hood, we'll be playing both ways, guys. To be honest, on the hood, again, I expect a little bit of a bounce. It's quite beaten down. A little bit of a bounce might be due on hood. So no guys, I think this is all done in my opinion. It's gapped up to 42.50s and then just dropped from there to 40s, and now it's trading under 39s. So I will expect this to bounce back up a little bit, kind of like a dead cat bounce. So an area to watch is definitely 40. So keep an eye on 40 level. If it does bounce back to that level, and if it starts to hold, we can look into shorting that. So that's our Sono. DYAA, I believe it's got a good daily, and I feel like it wants to do something, but we might be a bit too early. There is some catalyst behind it. I'm not too sure, but I will keep an eye on this. If it starts to break 550s and starts trading above it, then I will look into long this. This might produce something good, guys. DYAA. But with this, we needed to bring a good volume though. So I am looking at the level of 550 area here on DYAI. Just put that. What? So 550 area. I want this to break and stay broken, and then we'll see. That's pretty much it for the main watch, and then we have slight gappers, which is already fading off. LMFA, don't like. I don't think it's strong enough. If anything, it will provide us with good shorting opportunities. FLGC, gapping up again. Quite a bit of momentum on this stock. It's been in play for quite some time now, so this will produce us with something at least. I want to see how it reacts off the open. So that's pretty much it for the watch list, guys. I don't trade right at the open, guys. I will be trading 5 minutes after the open, guys. Best of luck. Take it easy, and let's just stay nice and calm. Especially starting out, guys. You want to be a little bit pessimist. You know, the first trade, trying to be a little bit pessimist, because that's the one that makes it or breaks it. You know, so let's take the best setup possible on the first trade, guys. All right, best of luck. We'll be back just after the open, guys. Quickly gonna grab my coffee. Seems like I need one. Hey Jay, morning mate. How's it going? We'll be back in a while, guys. Hey guys, I'm back. What's happening? Sorry, I had to rush a little bit. So, what are we looking at? FLGC is washing off up the gate. Let's see. Uh, this might provide us with something nice. Apple is washing. SPY is washing. So, yeah. Initial sort of reaction to the market is a little bit weak, but that could change, guys. So let's wait up 5-10 minutes. If you can, wait 10 minutes if you're not used to the initial price action. And we have yeah, the white screen, white square. Do you still see it? It's gone, isn't it? You guys pulling my leg, right? Right, SPY is as you can see, AMD is following suit. Relatively weak, and the daily looks nice for a short on AMD. Wow, NAOV is trying to creep back up, guys. NAOV has some momentum behind it. The daily is good on this, to be honest. Good for a long setup. It's still early for me, but it seems like it wants to go. I'll keep an eye on it. If it does provide us with something later down the line, I will look into longing it. Um, Andrew, it's I don't trade with the TD trade. Trade with the IB. So you have to basically ask for, if it's hard to borrow, then you have to basically find it, locate it, and pay for it. Um, but I do try trade the CFT as well. Sometimes they do have the hard to borrow stocks to be traded, so you can actually trade without paying any hard to borrow costs. So that's why I have two sorts of accounts. So my main account is with IB, and my smaller account with Colmex for CFT trading. It's always good to have that option, though. My CFT account does the wonders sometimes, because it gives me the opportunity to trade things that will cost me quite a lot in overhead costs in IB. So yeah, it's good to have that option for sure. As you can see, SPY, as I said, I mean, this is just a reactionary open. That bounce, that reversal, that could be the reversal point. I'm already seeing an AMD, quite a bit of reversal, as you can see, and also Apple. By the way, I am long on Apple, guys, from yesterday. Let's have a look. Average of 147.50s, 47.50s, yeah. As you can see, hood guys is trying to get that bounce as I mentioned. I am expecting a bigger bounce on a hood, to be honest. This is pretty much not, um, I don't count this as a bounce. It might bounce up to 50s. So if it does bounce up to 50s and starts holding, then we'll look into doing something with it. If it does provide us with good shorting opportunities, I will take it, but I expect a bigger bounce on this. Ooh, AMC is going for it as well, guys. Right, AMC is showing sign of strength. As I mentioned, guys, if you are going to short this, be very, very careful. I did mention that pre-market because we are getting that curling back up action. If anything, this might be a good bounce day on AMC. Wait, initially you would want to wait. If you're a proper short trader, a shorter, then you would want to wait on this, guys. Wait an hour or two, just let it settle down, and then maybe look into it. Guys, right now I don't see anything very clean. There is cleaner setups for the long sides, but I just don't like to chase things. For example, hood is just a bit late, and then we've got AMC again late. So I don't have the setup to chase that, guys. I'm not really comfortable chasing things. I want the exact prices. I need that price to reach my levels, not the other way around. So we're gonna chill, wait for the right setups, guys. Go Apple, go Apple. Okay, what's our gappers doing? Just chopping around, as you can see. It is showing sign of weakness on that LMFA, guys. 550 area is rejecting right about now. So I'm expecting this to continue down now. 550 completely rejected here, and it should break the lows if it does get some momentum behind it and volume behind it. So does the LMFA FLGC complete wash down? Just didn't give us a chance at all. Alright, hood apparently is rejecting from a 49 level, and this rejection is slightly worrying for long buyers or long biased traders. I will still wait upon it, guys. I'm gonna still wait upon it. I want this to bounce a little bit more than this. Ideally over 49s, close to 50s would have been really nice. Today is whatever I'm watching is slightly slow for a Tuesday. Yesterday was actually better. Don't trust that bounce. Roblox, I believe Roblox is an earnings play, guys. I believe it's an earnings play. Yep. And then stuff. I'll keep Roblox as well as my watch list to keep an eye on it for later. Yeah, it could be that, for sure. It could be. Usually it's quiet in August times. Summertime, basically. Let's have a look at Momos. GRTS. Me. Root. Sim. None of these interest me, guys. On these scanners, none of these are interesting. So still gonna wait up. It's really great to have a setup that you are actually waiting for instead of just looking at that stock and saying, well, this is gonna go down, I'm gonna short it, or I'm gonna buy it because I feel like it's gonna go up. There's got to be some sort of tick the rules setup that you should have to avoid all these, getting lost in the trades thing. I've got multiple. Almost all my trades are shorts. You know that, Jay. I've got like 80% short biased. I will take some long trades, but they are completely different to my short trades, and there are quite a few of these, quite a few of them, the setups on short side. But what I normally like is if everything, say for example, if I've got multiple confluences matching with my setup, that's when I like to pile in. For example, it could be round numbers, it could be EMAs, VWAP, SR levels, daily levels, and things like that. If everything is matching up in one level, one zone, that's where I like to keep an eye on. You've always heard me saying that I am gonna wait for this level. I am gonna wait for this level. I never say that. For example, right now, I'm gonna trade unless it's on a level already. I wouldn't. So I really like to wait for those levels to get touched and then react off of those levels. So if my thesis is correct and if it reaches that level and it starts to reject from it, then that's a telltale sign for me to actually you know start with the plan. So, and also it helps me big time avoiding you know taking these silly trades that I think it might do well. There you go, LMFA. It tried to. This is a clear sign of a fader now. As you can see, it tried to break that 5.5. My level was 5.5, guys. Now, if I were trading this, if I was watching that, and I saw that it wanted to break above it and completely gets rejected from there, that's it. That's your sign there that it doesn't. It's not allowed. Basically, it's getting shorted heavy. As soon as it pops, it's getting shorted heavy. So expect the same thing when it washes down to fives, and then if it does come back to 530s, 520s, again it will get shorted heavy. So unless something really big changes, which I doubt today. And AMC is on the move. There you go. AMC. So we did well not shorting this AMC today. We've been shorting it for the last who knows how many weeks. So today I'm at least for the first hour or so I'm gonna avoid shorting it. And then we have which one was I looking at? Yeah, PFE is quite strong, guys. PFE, I was thinking there will be a little bit of a retracement correction. So, but it's showing strength. This rising volume is not helping for shorts. But let's see how. Wow, that's a big wash as well. Not really 20 cents. See, the problem with PFE is daily looks overextended, but what this is doing is a very subtle and stable move up. This is kind of hard to sort of short. So people will be thinking it's overextended. It actually isn't that overextended. Every day it will do its pullback and correction, and then it starts moving. So these kind of moves can last longer than you would expect. So don't get caught on the front side of the move shorting this thing. Yeah, yeah, part of it, Jay. Yes, definitely look for a change in the momentum. So, for example, today I haven't got a really good example, honestly. I'll give you examples as it comes along. LMFA, yes, not very clean. Not extremely clean. I was only looking at my level that I was watching on it, and just by looking at that level and the rejection from it, would have given me a 50% commitment to it. Um, and plus, this, as you can see, the daily it does move, but it does get rejected as well. So there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of short sellers on this thing. As you can see, anytime it tries to go, it gets heavily pushed down. Anytime it wants to go, so you need to look at that as well, put that into perspective, and get a nice bias behind it. So as you can see, I mean, this is exactly what was happening on LMFA. I wouldn't even consider longing this unless you have well, not really on this one, unless if it starts to break 570s, this area here, and even then we've got 580s and 6 to worry about. So if I was going to short it under 550 after, especially after this rejection, I might have shorted it if I was there, but I would have gone with 50% only, because it's not very clean for me. Interesting. Okay, Roblox is washing, so that might provide us with some things. Things are moving now. And SPY is washing as well, guys. Things are looking better than the open. We've got Apple washing a little bit. Ooh, space. So we've got space. Yeah, you know, on space, I'm late a bit. Right. What have we got? Faye. GC's there. So no. Right, right. Nice, nice one, Jay, on the LMFA from 550s. Nice. Yeah, initially here probably after the open. Okay. Okay, guys. Roblox is there's an opportunity for a nice short right about here, but I am gonna wait for it to see how it reacts at around 75s, which right about now is attacking. So we're gonna keep an eye on that 75 level. If we are gonna take this, I would say the stop will be at least 30 cents, guys. But if it does come back up a little bit higher, 75 F20s, and starts rejecting from that, I'll take that as well. So yeah, that's a nice rejection. 74.92s. 74.92s. 92s, guys. I'm gonna try small here. I am short 74.92s. 92s. Stop is just over 75.20s, guys. 30 cents. I just I feel like this has more potential to go down. At least 74 is achievable on that. So for a 30 cents risk, a dollar move is not too bad. Yep, exactly. So we are short. Just put that as a stop there. Now for my stop, guys, I would ideally like it to break above that 75 20s and stay above it. I will not get stopped out on a wick. So it's a mental stop. So I'm watching it really closely. As you can see, it's moving now, and you see that wick action here. So a lot of volume coming in though on this, and if it's gonna move big, in my opinion. So just waiting on that. As long as it's trading under 75s, we are okay with it. Looks like something, some volume coming in as well on this bounce as well. So this could be people piling in on it because it's slightly cheaper. So as you can see, it's bouncing off. I'm waiting for it to close above 75.20, guys. Right. Okay, now it's definitely closed, so I am gonna look to exit it. 75.20s. Actually, now I'm gonna put my hard stop over 75.50s, guys. If it does take me out, it takes me out. Because as this bounce here is held 75, 45s, 47s held. Now, if it does break that, that means it's extremely strong and it's about to reverse. So I'm not gonna get caught on that reversals. Oh yeah, it was short, Jessica. It was short. Yeah, I'm gonna be out, guys. Yes, 47s, 49s. I'm out, guys. Right over here, 49s. Right about there. So this basically is a little bit choppy. I do expect that from a earnings play. It does sort of chop around a little bit before it moves. So it could provide us with something later down the line. Our SPY has fallen slightly, broken the low, and I feel like it is weak. So looking at AMD might be a good idea, but it's too late. It's too late. By the way, Jessica, this here is your entry on AMD. If you let me show you the one we talked about. This is your 20 EMA. That's your entry there, right here. If you have missed that, it could have been here somewhere. As you can see, there you go. That's the move. So we actually took the wrong trade and missed the right one, which is fine. What's our AMC doing? AMC. Okay, here we go. LMFA, as I mentioned, any pops, you see, pops up to 535s and then gets heavily shorted. There's another round for it. And also, that's why we have stops. Guys, that's why we have stops. This basically, as I anticipated, guys, this is actually a discount buyers piling up on Roblox. This probably is more investors than traders, to be honest. So it was a good decision to stop out a bit late. The reason why I do this, guys, is a lot of times I will see these wicks up above my level and it will come down below it and start trading, and it actually will give me a better trade. So that's why I keep my mental stop above a certain level. When it starts to show strength, or weakness depending on the trade, I will get out after it actually moves above or below my level. That's how I manage my trade, especially when it comes to stop loss. VRPX, yes, looks very strong. First day runner, as you can see. Previously, not a very good daily. It will get shorted heavily, in my opinion, but it depends what sort of catalyst we have with it. For a barrier product, guidance, FDA guidance. Right, there's some catalyst to it. There's some catalyst to it. So yeah, it's a good find. We'll keep that on the watch list here. VRPX. This is 5 million float, guys. Very low. And it's already done so many rotations. Wow, PFE, AMC, not very clean, but I feel like there is a trade here on AMC. It's already bounced off from 3750s to 3450s to 3750s. It's not very clean, but I am keeping an eye on AMC, guys. AMC, basically this is the daily level, 37s, and also this is an intraday level as well. So that 10 cents area or 15 cents area, this area here, is where I'm looking at. Right about now it's breaking that, so it's actually strong. But I need that to actually close above that level there for it to. There you go. That's definitely strong. Then that short is cancelled. For now. For now. And again, hood is very similar as well. It's just a bit of a chop, but it's going for one more round, I think. That 10 is attacking that 10 VRPX. And see if that 10 holds. So it's not holding, it's trying to break above it, and volume coming in slightly, but not continuing. Actually, AMC did what I was expecting it to do. It just broke on that zone slightly more, and it's now coming back under it. So I wasn't watching it. If it on that red bar, I probably would have taken that short, guys. Now it's too late for me. See, this is what I mean by wicking up above that level and then coming back down. See, for example, if you were short here under 37s, and then you had your hard stop here just over 37.10s, it will wick you out and then comes back in. um, it just searches for liquidity around that levels basically. So it wicks you up and then does the same, does the move that you actually expected it to do, which is never a good position to be in. So that's why I actually like to put my mental stop over levels and watch the price really sort of watch it like a hawk. Just okay, VRPX is starting, guys. VRPX is starting. I am looking to I was watching that 10 rejection, 10 hold, but since this move is quite strong, although it looks exhausted around 10 area, there's a lot of interest in it. You know, there's a lot of momentum behind it. So 10 rejection short would have actually been a front side move, which can be um, really dangerous if you don't know how to manage it. Right, guys, on VRPX, I am only looking for shorts on this, guys, not long, because it's too late for longs. I just expect a little bit of a retracement, a correction. But if you're going to take it now, it's going to be 50 cents stop, guys. Stop will be over 10. That's where it held. So watching it closely, guys, for a possible short on VRPX. Just trying to figure out, and it's gonna cost me as well, guys. So it has to be really perfect setup. Yeah. There's your VRPX working out. 36, 44s. I'm gonna start small on it, guys. Very small. 944s, 944s. Just gonna start small. I will watch that VWAP area. That might have a little bit of a sort of a bounce area where you need to watch. Once it breaks that, we will expect a better move on that. But if it does come back and takes that 10 out, then that trade is over for sure. But right now it's looking good. It's looking really good because it's holding up nicely. 950 area, 960 areas. If you are very aggressive on your stops, you can even put 10 cent stops on this, guys, just over this area here, 970, around 15-20 cents stop. But because I've started slow and small, I'm able to give it more room. In fact, if it does come back up to 10s and starts rejecting from it, I will add to it. So on this one, guys, if it does wash to 880s, that'll be your first partial there. If it does wash, guys, it might wash quickly, something like this. That's what I expect from this move, at least towards 9. There it goes. There it goes. Now what you can do is put your stop very close to 970s, right about here. I am gonna keep my hard stop here, guys. 970s. I don't trust it that well. If it starts to bounce off of 950s, and if it's gonna start trading over it, then that's it. I'm not gonna risk too much. Yeah, I'm out, guys. 970s, 972s. I'm out on this, guys. It looks like it wants to bounce again. So 972s, I'm out. If it does reject from the 10s, then I will re-enter. I don't mind. This entry was quite early. An early short for this stock that has so much momentum behind it. But there will be a chance for a short on this, I think. So right about now we are seeing this little congestion area on VRPX. The reason why I took it out early here, guys, with a minimal stop loss on it, is because this this move is strange. Anyways, because this, if it did carry on to 10s, if it does break that 10, that could run quite far, and it could you could get you in trouble. So I would rather risk a small amount and then re-enter if it does give me a chance. But in this case, if I had a mental stop, that would have worked out. But I wouldn't have been comfortable on this, having leaving a mental stop on it. Okay, hood. Finally, it decides to really not clean. It's not clean at all. No heavy. So hood is showing some sort of weakness here, guys. This is what I was expecting. This is much more of a cleaner move down. So this might provide us with something good. Keep an eye on hood. Wow, PFE and mRNA keeps chugging along. Look at that. Nice controlled move. This is what I mean by, like, don't get caught in the front side of the move, because what this is doing is slowly moving forward. That's very, very stable move up. And then a lot of people will think this is it's not a parabolic move at all, guys. It's a controlled move up. So there's a lot of it's giving me one of those big money or big investment behind it kind of move, since I've been seeing this for sure. And also mRNA was similar at that point, but as you can see, the difference between mRNA and a PFE is huge. PFE was moving even on daily with a controlled action, not much happening apart from this day. As you can see, this day created a huge move, compared to relatively as huge compared to before. Then the next day, as you can see, big wash, right? But then after that, slow creep back above. So yeah, it's more controlled move. Roblox. And Roblox is moving nicely. I almost going for a gap fill actually. So if it does reach 80s, it will be a gap fill. Right, VRPX is strong, guys. Trying to avoid short on it if you can, because I am thinking it might go for another round now. Especially if it starts to break, keep an eye on 10s, guys. If it starts to break that, there might be an opportunity for a long on this, because I feel like once it got rejected from 10, it didn't actually go that far. $1 move for a 100% mover. So keep an eye on that 10 area. If it starts to break, there's a nice little opportunity. The volume needs to come in, obviously. AMC long. AMC long. There was a long here over 37 right here. There was definitely a long here, just about 37s. It did its it did its correction and pullback. This is actually a healthy pullback. It took its time, and then this break and then pull back here kind of confirmed that yes, it wants to carry on. So if it does break the highs, it could actually go. As I said, guys, this one I'm looking for a bigger bounce on this. It's already bounced quite a bit, as I mentioned, 34.50s to 37.50s. But I haven't traded it yet, guys. I haven't traded it. What am I looking at? Hood. I'm looking into wood. Hood. Damn you, hood. Damn you. I was just about to um, I think I missed it. Hood was a nice setup under 47.50, but the thing is, at the moment, it's a big chase for me. I can't take it. That was a nice short under 47.50 with a stop of 47.75, 25 cents. There goes AMC. There goes AMC. Apple, it's basically correlated to SPY. So if SPY starts to move, Apple will continue. Apple's daily looks quite strong. That's why I took the yesterday I took 147.50's average. Yesterday's trade. Um, yeah, so average of 147, 148 basically. Yeah, 148. So in the long run, it is strong. It's already broken the flag, as you can see on daily. Um, the flag is broken and completely successfully broken as well. As long as it doesn't actually dip back in that range, we are okay with Apple. Um, this could actually at the lows here 149.50s or even here 150s could be a dip buy. I'm not looking to short it because daily looks quite strong on it. In fact, this right over here on 150 is an actually add area for me from yesterday's 148 level. Yeah, so I will avoid shorting Apple. If anything, trying a long. I am long biased on it. I already have a swing trade going on it from 148s. TVTX is a no for me, Jessica. No, I don't like that price action. No volume, no liquidity. Although quite a bit of move, but no, I just don't like the price action. Just no liquidity. No volume consistency as well. Alright guys, I can't stress this enough. That's why you have a stop loss. Look at that. Roblox, I kinda on the side was expecting this from a earnings play because of the discount buyers. It's a very solid company. Um, so any sort of a dip, um, investors pile in on it. By the way, VRPX just decided that it wants to change the direction. So this is the backside of the move. Earlier we tried the almost the front side. Just got chopped out a lot on it. That's all. Look at this price action. Yes, that's just horrible. I can't trade that. This is cleaner. Earlier entry, then that, then that. That's cleaner, much cleaner. Guys, 47.54. I am gonna try some hood. 47.54 with a stop of 47.75s. Right about 25 cents, guys. 47.54. 47.54. Stop is over 47.75s, guys. So only about 25 cents. It's been a long time since I hit my 3 reds in a row, guys. Today I feel like it's I'm gonna hit my 3 reds and I'm gonna shut down everything, because that's one of the main rules that I have. If I have like 3 consecutive trades, I will shut my trading platforms no matter what. So this is gonna be my 3rd. Let's see. On this one, I want this to close above. Yeah, exactly. I want this to close above, and I want to see how it takes out that 47.75s. There it goes. There it goes. 47.75. 74s are holding. And for me, this trade is quite slow. I need immediate reaction. So I want this to work out quite quickly. If not, then I am in a chop. So my thesis rely upon on the momentum. If it doesn't come, the momentum doesn't come, which is slowly starting to, but I expect a bit faster reaction than this. So if it starts to take its time, then I will cut this short quickly. So Jessica, let me show you something here for you only. This is especially for Jessica, guys, not for anybody else. Anyways, you see here, this area here, that's our 20 EMA, that level 9. This is perfect example actually. That's your short there. At 9 area, rejection from the 9, and just under 9, 8, 95s, 94s, 97s. That's your short, and your stop is just 917s, 920s. Doesn't matter whether it works or not. The only thing with this is the view app. It's actually holding, but that's your setup there. If you want to take a screenshot or things like that. So forget about this. Let me just make it more clear for you. right about there. That area here is your short. If you could short it, obviously, it's kind of hard to find the shorts for it. Right, I'm out of hood, guys. I'm out of hood. Right about here for 47.75s. So that'll be my third red, unfortunately. How long has it been? It's been, I think, 2 weeks since I've hit that third red in a row, which is perfectly fine. What that means is basically I just need to stick to the rules and just call it quits, you know. I have seen it so many times that I have actually come back to the trades and then either actually made it green, but it was so much of a psychological sort of torture that it wasn't worth it, honestly. So I was just giving you an example. Forget about the VWAP study at the moment. The reason why I said is forget about this whole daily and everything. If another stock was like this without the VWAP or even with the VWAP, I would have taken that short there because 9 is holding, EMA is holding, and this wash in itself confirmed that yes, it wants to actually change the trend. So at the moment it's looking good for that short. Once it breaks that 870s, it should not look back towards VWAP if the thesis is correct. If not, that yeah, it's gonna jump around between 9s and things like that. But your stop would definitely be 920s. If it does take you out, it takes you out for a around 20-25 cents loss. That's it. That's one of the clearer examples I found today. Let me have a look if I have anything else today. Do I have anything else? The only thing I see is not very clean as well. AMD1. Yes, AMD1. Absolutely. There was a trade there. AMD was a trade 100%. I did mention that. Gave you example. Right about there. In fact, you had two chances here. One on this pullback, and then next on this rejection here, second rejection. So that, and also I believe LMFA had one right about here. So that's your short, your stop just over the previous recent swing low, which is 5.332s, and then this is basically 5 cents stop, and then you got at least, well, I think 3 to 1 on it. So this would have been successful for you because, well, kinda. It depends what this wick did. Did it do before it or after? But still, I would say this would have been successful because as soon as it started to, you could have moved your stop closer to break even or even break even. Not the best, honestly, today, not the best and cleaner setups out there for my setups. But when they do produce, they will give way more than 2 hours. In fact, I don't trade anything that doesn't give me potential of 5 hours. Well, at least I try not to. And we had one similar sort of area where AMD provided us with something. Apple provided us with the same sort of setup. Right about there. Quite simple, but the reason why I kept it simple is basically so you can start adding things to it. once you get used to, once you gather the data, start working on it and start honing on filtering, adding filters and things like that, confluences and things. So it will require a lot of. There it goes, VRPX. You see, that's perfect. Entry here or even here on that fail. As long as you saw that 9 was holding. Now, one thing you want to always remember is you want to have that EMA confluencing with something else, especially if it's a round number like 9 here. That makes that EMA level a little bit stronger. So, Andrew, you yeah, I think you were looking for it, but definitely, yeah. This was a short there. But as I said, guys, reversal pattern, double bottom, as you can see, and Apple being daily being so strong, this is your reversal happening right about now. I did on the side, guys. By the way, this is not for calling out trades or anything. On the side, because it's a swing trade, I did add around here 150 20s. So that's fine. I'll keep it according to the daily. Yeah, these trades, because you are following the momentum, you are actually chasing the momentum. So what happens is they go in stages. The momentum goes in stages. Say for example, I'll give you this Apple while we are here. So this is the first momentum down, right? Massive wash, big momentum down. The first pullback gave us this, right? So the earlier you pick up the momentum, the better chances of the trade. Say, for example, if I give you another, let me see if I can show you something else. Okay, so now as you can see, momentum shift. So this was climbing back up, momentum shift happened here. Although this could be considered as a pullback, but let's just say this is a reversal. That first pullback has more chance of giving you something than the second one, than the third one. Hope that makes sense. So always the first pullback of a momentum. So for example, let's say you are a momentum chaser on the long side. Well, momentum, first little I would say a break, first little break or a pullback, whatever you want to call it, retracement, and then it goes for the second one. You see that? And then the third pullback is here or there, you can call it, that completely failed. So that's how you want to look at things. By the way, on Apple, that area 151, let me show you. This area here is kind of strong area for me. This might take a while for it to take this out. If it does, then I am in the driving. I'm already in the driving seat on Apple, anyways, from the average. But this is going to provide us. This might be a speed bump. Yeah, you will get more chances. Don't worry about it. There will be plenty of chances. Every day you get these opportunities. You just have to be ready for it. That's all. AMC, as you can see, guys, quite strong. um, if you do go back to the stream around pre-market, I was mentioning I am expecting bigger bounce on AMC because of the daily curling back up and showing sign of reversal. So this has already given us that reversal, as you can see, 34.50s to 38.50s. If it does go up to now, I would say 40 level is the one to watch, because that's the only hurdle I see on the daily. Probably 39s, but 40 more likely. On VRPX, by the way, you see when I mentioned that first pullback, that entry was a first pullback entry. Now this right about now would, if you did decide to add or enter here, would be a second pullback entry. Uh, these second pullbacks have less chance to work out compared to the first ones, and the third one definitely has way less chance. So I don't actually trade this third one at all. Yeah, for that, that's the thing. For timing of the trades, I always do it discretionary. That's when I have a little bit more advantage, maybe over someone who's just been trading for a year or two. Because I'm so used to level 2 or tape reading, I can really, at least for a short time frame, I can find better areas to actually enter. Say, for example, if I was to take a short here, let's say my level is 525s, between 520s to 525s, then it's already over here giving me a sort of a reversal. You see rejection from 520s and 521s, those areas. So now if you say to yourself, well, I want to see how it reacts to 520s, um, there's two possibilities. This can go to 520s and show you what it wants to do, um, either break out or actually hold. Once it starts to hold, if it hits 520 and it starts to hold, comes back down to 519, 518s, that's your clue that that area is holding. So finding the right area to trade is extremely important. That's why I gave you the areas, which is your pullback to EMA. There it goes. By the way, mRNA is actually reversing from the 400. Now, this is an important area, 400. Uh, if you guys are not using round numbers, especially big areas like 400, into your trading, you better do it. All I can say is you better start applying them. Anything you trade, try to have it work with these big numbers, big round numbers. It's a psychological level, guys. Every single trader and investor is watching that area, and any sort of rejection from that area is going to trigger some sort of an emotional move. That's why it's so hard for it to continue, especially the first try of um, that level. Most likely, it will stall. In fact, it will, you know, it will give you a bigger pullback if the stock is stronger, and maybe even reversal. So implement round numbers to your trading, and that should be part of the rules on your entry. In fact, on mine, one of the rules that I need to tick is has to be um, close to either round numbers or a level that I'm watching, or it has to be daily level, things like that. So for me, guys, for the day, I am done. Doesn't matter what sort of setups occur. I will watch it just for some research purposes. That's all. But for trading, live trading, I have to stick to my rules, because if I start to slack off of that, then it gets worse and worse. So I have already shut down my trading platforms. I'm just watching the charts now, see if I can spot something nice. Okay. I am not trading, guys, but keep an eye on hood right about here. 48 area held nicely with the EMA. Um, so basically, this did not. It was showing sign of weakness earlier on, but it's bouncing off. It is in the chop zone, but if it brings volume over 48s, then there could be a potential long. So over 48s right about now, and then over 48.50s could be an add, and then let it work out, because I am expecting a little bit of a bigger bounce on this. So I mean, it doesn't mean that it's gonna come today. It might come some other time, but it is showing some um, sort of a dead cat bounce sort of feeling, if that 48s hold though. In fact, anything above that VWAP should be considered a little bit of a strength. mRNA was yes, mRNA was there. Can you? So you are actually trying to spot it. Nice. I like that. So mRNA was there, and actually very clean. Beautiful. with a very minimal stop for this stock. Just over 398 is your stop. And the good thing about this is your target's like 390. You know, your target's 390, and your entry, let's say 397s. Um, a huge target. $7 target. 396. 396. Yes, still good. A bit of a chase. Would have gotten close to 397s. Would have been better, but still, I think that is that's still good in my opinion. For the potential profit taking on it, 390.50 is the potential. Actually, you know what? The first target is 392, and then 390.30, and then final target definitely on VWAP if it does give you that. So far it's looking really good. Definitely a good trade there. So that's that. As you can see, it is showing sign of it might reach the first partial. There you go, 39180s. So it's already giving you, I would definitely say 3 hours. You know, for your setup, you would have taken it now. You would have taken you know, your 3 or 4 hour, whatever it's giving you right now, and then that's it. One in, one out. That was your rule, wasn't it? But for me, for this, I would have kept my stop just over 396 and let it run, or maybe even break even, to be honest. So that's a good find. What else I was looking for? VRPX. You see this VRPX? That's the, let's say that's the first pullback. This area, first pullback. Now this is the second pullback. There is an entry there with a 845 stop. Quite a big stop for this stock. But that's chances of second working out gets diminished slowly. So the more it pulls back, the less likely it's gonna work. So at the moment, mRNA seems like, yep, that's your first partial there, right at the bottom, or right about here somewhere. That was the first partial, and then second would have been as I said, 390, just over 390 basically. And since this is doing that, PFE might be doing this similar. Yeah. There's your AMC trade as well. Let's just get rid of that. So this is also a good example. Wow, we're seeing quite a lot of examples actually, and right about afternoon. So right there, boom. What do you see here? 38. Look at that. Look at that response. This rejection is really good because it's a really sharp rejection. It's not taking its time basically. That's what you want to see actually. Once you see that, then you can be confident in that trade. On this one, however, I would say there it goes. You see, as it's happening, you learn it much better when you see things as it happens, because it's very easy to say for me that, oh, this was the trade, that was the trade. But I really like to give examples of the live trade as it's happening. It makes more sense to me and to people who are watching it. So hopefully there you go, that's your setup. I mean, you will add more things to it, but that's the foundation of the one that I was talking about, the setup that I gave you. In this case, target is VWAP, you know. In your case, it would be, let's say you entered 10 cents below 38, 37.90s. So yeah, you would already be way ahead. This like over 38, 38.05s would be your stop. Even if you take it right now or under this first, that's like 3, 4, 5 hour for you. Yeah. So does that make sense, Jessica? Does that do you understand that concept? You know, the more you see at the examples, the more you will start to understand the idea behind it. So your mRNA trade, um, that's why you take partials that bounce. Um, it could come anytime and it could take you out on. So partial is good, but you know, to start with, as I mentioned in one of the live streams, if you are starting out, do not worry about partials. Only take one exit, one entry, one exit route. That's at least that's gonna build your confidence up in that setup and in your trades, and maybe even build up your account a little bit so you can take some partials. Now this right over here, as is happening, this is the second pullback. You know, second pullback is chance for an ad usually. So if you had some remaining on this, let's say you took 50% off here somewhere, this the only issue with this one is not much of a there's only 9395 is there actually. Yeah, so a nice little add area here. If I were to add on this, I would bring my trailing stop just over 395. Was it 395? 395.50, something like that. But usually on the second pullback, things don't work out that well. So if you were gonna add, you would add small. 392. Yeah, really good exit here. 392s. That's where I would have taken it out, the first partial. Second partial, it didn't reach. You see that? You'd have been out on this. Let's have a look at AMC. So AMC definitely gave you a really good trade. You wouldn't have to worry about the partial or anything. It's just one in, one out, done. Anyways, guys, do you guys have any questions before I go? Yeah, once you become a short seller, I don't think life is never going to be the same. Yeah. But always, this is what I say: whatever the opportunity is, you should be there to take it, as long as it's actually you understand what your setup is and what your edge is. It doesn't matter whether long or shorts. You have seen me take longs much better than shorts. In fact, when my longs work out, they're massive, they're huge. We had one, I think, with Jessica. ZEV was one trade. Jay was there as well. We took, it was a really nice, good trade. So any long trades will, but I barely take any longs. Um, ATR on ATR. Let's try to find out. Actually, let's find out. So I'm gonna right click on the on the chart itself. It's been a while since I've actually added anything. So we go to studies, add a study. So I'm gonna add a study, and on top I'm getting ATR studies. And there we go, ATR. So you can actually go to search ATR. That's your ATR there, and then you can set it up. There we go, that's your ATR. Right. So for this 1 minute bar, we've got like 17-18 cents of ATR on AMC. If we change this to a daily, let's say, so where's our ATR gone now? Oh, because it's settings changed to not have the ATR. Let me just quickly add it. So usually what I do is I go to edit studies. So on the chart, right click studies, edit studies, and then on the left side here under studies you want to search for ATR. If you double click it, it will pop it on your main chart on the right side. So if you apply it, it's going to show up right over here. So for, let's say, AMC, right about now average is ATR is 4.17, 4.10. $4.10 is what it actually usually moves AMC. Now it depends on your settings as well. This is calculating on the average of 14 days. So this is the average of 14 days. You can actually minimize this to, let's say, 5 or 20, depends on how you look at things. Usually 14s, the defaults are okay. You don't need to change anything on that. A buy call mRNA 398. 398. Let me have a look. mRNA. Are you talking options call, right? You've got a call option for 398 strike price. Yes, I think it depends when you took it and how you took it. I think you're in a good position, to be honest. Because at the moment, right about now, this is what I see. Right, this is what I see. This level here is actually supporting. Now if it does break that 397 396, it might have another go at 400. Now I don't expect too much from it today because it's already overextended, but by some means if it starts to break that 400, then hold on to your whatever you hold on to. Yeah, that's what I see on mRNA. But I will say that daily today is that bounce definitely happened and is kind of extended. So today don't expect too much. But if you're already in a good in a driving seat, then yeah, keep it. It looks good. Yeah, no, 396 over. If it breaks 396 and stays above 396, then it could attack that 400. Andrew, did you get the ATR thing? Andrew, was that? Did you get it? Uh, uh, you mean? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You mean this? Oh, okay. All right, all right. This is what you. This is completely different. Different indicator. I can share it with you if you want. This is from somebody called Yakbro. It's very handy. I use it, as you can see on all my charts. You will see this. This tells you SSR. Amazing, amazing information there. And then ATR, and also relative strength. I don't use relative strength that much, but mostly I use this SSR, and it will also show you when SSR will trigger as well, if it's going to trigger that day. Let me find an example for you. I see. Okay, let me show you DYAI. So today was a big down day on DYAI, and as you can see, triggered at 474, right about here. And that was the area, and it actually held nicely in that area. So it's a really good indicator or information tool. By the way, guys, listen, let me just introduce something before I go. I have created a Discord channel. I don't know how it works, but I want you guys to join in because you're early adapters of the channel. What I want to do is, if I do have any announcements or anything that I am planning, you guys will be the first to know. What I have found is I don't have any, like, I have few of you messaging me directly, which is fine, but generally overall, if I were to basically not live stream or things change, I can't let you know without trying to reach you out separately. So I think it's a good idea to have a little community where we can at least I can let you know what if I have anything going on. So I don't know whether it's the right thing to do, but that's what I think going forward might be beneficial. So let me share that if I can find it. Let me share it with you guys. I've recently created one, so Join in when you can. I'm trying to find it, guys. It's only, I'm new to this, so bear with me. Okay. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. I need to find something here. Sorry, guys, it's taking a while. I'm trying to get log into it, and I just think I forgot the credentials for it. Right. Login. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Drive. Here we go, guys. I hope this works. See if it works, guys. One of you can try that and try to join in. Okay. So that seems to be working, right? Okay, Jay is here. Cool, cool. Right now, so with this Discord, guys, I can, as a group, I can like sort of we can discuss things and share things as well. Things like Andrew was talking about. If I have certain indicators or scanners, anything, it's just there's a lot of possibilities with this. So and also I've created one channel on this which is called Elite 100. So on that channel we will discuss a lot of things that I won't be able to discuss on the live stream, like going into more details on the setups and things like that. So it'll be really good. Do join in before that 100 hits, because once that Elite 100 hits, then we are gonna lock that channel. I will, if you guys want, I will send you the invitation for that specific how do you call that, one of the channels on the site, sub channels, don't know, whatever it is, I'm used to it. But I'll send the invitation. Whoever joined, I will send the invitation to that. Right, so we've got 3 at the moment. So I think Jessica, Jay, and Live the Future. Who's Live the Future? If you don't mind me asking, is it Andrew? Yep, I got that. Alright, Andrew, welcome to the group, and actually welcome to the Elite 100. I have good plans for that. Stay tuned for that, guys. I'm gonna do these things slowly, but actually VRPX, guys, VRPX is waking up. Keep an eye on that. It's look at this volume, look at that consistency. So basically it's waking up from his sleep, and it might do a runner, guys. It might do a runner. It's just broken that 9, and that volume is consistent for looks clearly strong. Yeah, clearly. So this is gonna I mean, it's not guaranteed, but it has that look of a runner, guys. That volume is keep creeping back up. This needs to consistently stay up there. Now, if it does come back to, let's say, around the VWAP area and it starts to hold, as long as it doesn't wash very strongly, and if it starts to hold around 9 areas, there could still be a chance on a long entry on this. But yeah, the it is looking nice. $9.30 and 9.38. Right, guys, any questions? mRNA, by the way, was in the long run, if I had traded it from here and then re-added here, my stop would have been break even in the middle, so I might not have gotten stopped out. If I hadn't, this would have turned out to be a great trade, because it actually is hitting that final target almost. See, as I mentioned, guys, that 396 area needs to break. It never broke. so that reversal never came. So this could be a bigger pullback from this massive move up, so at least to the VWAPs. You see that pullback, guys? There was a little bit of a pullback, but that 9 is holding, so this is showing clear sign of strength so far. There you go. As the breakout happens, it's quite strong, guys. Well, it is doing what it's supposed to do, which is 9 is holding, a nice continuation. So yeah, it's got momentum. So when I saw it, it was here somewhere. What actually caught my attention was this volume, stair stepping volume. Have a look at this volume. Have a look at this volume and this volume. It's a huge difference. Is that, sorry, that's how you yeah, I couldn't do it anyways. So you see what I mean. Well, PT on this is 10 for sure, before 10. But if it does attack that 10, now if it does break it, then there will be a squeeze on it, guys. Because that 10 is a huge number. If that area gets taken out, there will be a lot of stops behind that 10. And if that stops get taken out, that actually is a buyback. So there will be a lot of more buying coming in, basically. Because the short seller's stop is here, 1010s, 1007s, 1020s, if that gets taken out. So yeah, it'll be nice. Watch this one. There's a volume spike coming in. On this volume spike, I would have expected it to continue break up. Yeah, that volume spike is a bit worrying though, because with that much volume spike, it should have continued. What that's telling me is that little volume spike happened, whereby a lot of short sellers came in. Now, with this analogy, if it starts to creep back up, then this volume here, a lot of people will be trapped. Now, once they start to get panicked, this is gonna help that 10 break as well. So as long as the idea basically is, as long as it's holding that 9 and pulling back slowly, small amounts, not washing. So if it does wash something like that, if you see that, that's just basically buyers giving up. Right now, buyers are not giving up. So you can clearly see that in the price action. It's a good idea to watch these kind of stocks when they start moving. I would say around break of 950 will be another move, something like that, towards towards 10s. See, there's the wash coming in. Now let's see if that holds, that 9 holds. And yes, there are buyers still holding this thing up. They click quite clearly, as you can see. It drops but then gets picked up. So the way the volume is going down now is a bit worrying, because that this should have had continuation. Now, if I was in it, I would be a bit extra careful under 9. My stop would be under 9, because I just see this momentum didn't bring in enough of a momentum to go forth. This might actually, when it starts to break 950, but 950 needs to break with good strength. But then again, you've got a really good stop area here under 9, where you can just leave it and let it run. So if that volume starts to come back in to around this average here, then 950s should break. So we want the average volume to come in here. Still low for me. With this volume, chances are that 950 wouldn't break, because there's a lot of sellers out there. But if it starts to raise, the volume comes in, more buyers setting in, then it might. Once that breaks, 10 is achievable. So it's interesting, very interesting. PFE done a really massive move compared to mRNA. Volume average, you can actually put a volume average on this as well. I believe you can. I just don't pay. I like to look at single average. That's what I'm used to. I pay attention to volume when I want things to break or certain things to happen. Usually by looking at the stock itself, the way it's traded, I actually have kind of like a automatic decision making sort of filter in my head that, yeah, that stock is tradable or not tradable for me. Like for example, VRPX. This, I just looked at it and I said it's not for me. It's just the way I have trained my mind to look at the chart. I don't even have to look at the volume on this. I'm just waiting on this to do something. This brought in some volume, and once it starts to break that 950 and 10s, it'll be quite interesting to watch, because it's already a momentum stock and a lot of people are actually trading this and watching it. So it's these kind of stock, and especially in the afternoon when they start to run, they do start to run some silly numbers. So it'll be interesting to watch this. I'm not trading anything, just watching it, see if it provides some entertainment for us. Hopefully it will. We want you to break 950. Break that zone. Okay, now the short seller over here is starting to panic a little bit. Short sellers over here starting to panic, especially when it starts to break and close above that. They will start to panic. Let's see how the panic reaction to the panic. Let's see. There's still a lot of people actually short selling here. Look at that volume coming in now. Look at that volume. Yep, so it's reached the area I wanted that volume to come in. Now, what I want is that consistency. So the volume coming in and this starts breaking up. Volume needs to stay above. Right. So, the hood, guys, especially for Jessica, right over here. Right. So entry somewhere here, somewhere here, somewhere there, on the rejection basically. Right. I would definitely recommend you to snapshot things that you see, depending on your setup. Once you see a setup happening, whether it's a failure or over here there wasn't one because the rejection never happened. It's just chop in between. Again over here as well, it just didn't reject. The only time it rejected was here. As you can see, this was the rejection, and then anything after that could have been an entry point. So you know, when you see these things, take a snapshot of it and start studying it. In this case, you know, if you had entered, let's say 47.50s, 20-cent stop, we discussed that 2 to 1 will be your final target. So yeah, definitely achieve that plus more. Right about now, guys, if you are at the watching charts, maybe this is entertaining later on. I was waiting for it to actually happen, this thing to actually give us some action, but it's taking a while, but it is looking like it wants to do it. As I mentioned, it is still holding its own, so keep an eye on this. But I will be going. If you have any questions, just ask away. And I think VRPX is not going to let me go because as soon as I start to shut down the charts, it's going to start to move. Anyways, I believe so. There might not be that much of a flexibility for a hotkeys, but you don't have to worry about the hotkeys that much, because what hotkeys is for later on. Hotkeys is for something that, let's say for example, for my setups, I don't actually look at my list of rules. It's all in the head. It's calculated within seconds. But for you starting out, you would want to look at your rules. You would want to make sure you tick them. For that, you don't actually need hotkeys. Is only for like if you're following a massive momentum stock and you need to take your profits quickly on the washes or on the big moves, then yes, but not for now. You don't have to worry about the hotkeys, trust me. Right now, there it goes, VRPX. Now the real panic sets in on the short sellers. These people shorting here probably getting stopped out here now. which means more buying coming in. There it goes. There it goes. 980s. More stops getting hit. More panic. More panic sets in. I mean, it's not good to laugh if somebody's short here or here. They're really panicking, and it's just, this is the panic move, guys. Well, yeah, also, you know, big time breakout traders piling up on it as well. So now let's see if it actually hold this on here. If it starts to break that 10, guys, the volume is coming in. If it starts to break the 10s and 10s, more more panic will set in, which will probably be much stronger than this. There it goes. It's attacking the 10s. A lovely place to actually learn to tape read in this areas. Once it sets in those areas, watch the tape, how it goes, and how the sellers and buyers are piling in, how the sellers are raising the price. Buyers are raising the price, and how sellers are moving away. So it's a really good place to practice these kind of stocks. There it goes, tens. Yeah, you see tens. 996. Tens is trying to hold. Buyers giving up a little bit, but not that much. There it goes. There's a big reaction to tens, so more sellers coming in there. Very interesting. This sort of reaction from tens, I expected that anyways. I expect that from that level there. Let's see if the buyers try to step back up again from 970s, which they are. So now if it does get that 1010s, interesting. $994 on the ask, 993, so still holding. The 10s are trying to hold, but buyers are not giving up, pushing the price up. 991s, 993s, there it goes. Sellers are basically trying to hold it but can't. 997, 995 on the sell side, ask side. 2s, 1s. Quite a bit battle going on, as you can see, guys, but definitely that's to be expected from a level. Ooh, huge numbers coming in. There it goes. There's the panic. There it goes. Massive panic sets in. I mean, whoever had hard stop here probably didn't get filled here. They got filled here. Yeah, this is exactly what happened, and this is exactly what I was waiting for. So nice, good watch. Nice little squeeze coming in. I know, Andrew. I've seen it. I've seen it so many times. It's almost like it before it does these things. It will give you telltale signs. Initially, it will give you small little hints that it wants to do it. 995, Andrew. Come on, man. 995. Yes, take partials, but the main area is 10. If that gets taken out, then you've got like massive short squeeze coming in. That's your main area. If you held until 995, then this is what you should. But nevertheless, good trade, very good trade. But this is what I mean, guys. When I take longs, I like to take long something like that. Um, and by the way, thanks to Jay for bringing this up here. Uh, Earlier on, I took a short but very small loss on it because it was exhaustion was coming in. But yeah, this thing has really good potential. 11's hit, definitely take a lot out because now it's overextended. Any rejection will be bigger rejection. By the way, guys, is there any news on Hood? Hood is popping. Not that much, but it's popping. Check this volume out. Somebody's buying this. Somebody's buying this thing, guys. What's happening? Markets option Friday. That is. Not much something to do with options, but I think someone's accumulating this. So now whatever is doing here is even more. As long as this low holds 1065s, 1060s, is even more dangerous for short sellers because if that holds now, yeah, but actually it's trying to sort of hold it. If it starts to hold on the top level of that, there you go. That's even worse. Now this is even more, much more dangerous for the short sellers. If it starts to break that 11, it could actually provide much more of a short squeeze than I anticipated. I thought close to 11s would actually stall this for a while, but this looks like that it wants to short squeeze more and quicker. Ah, gotcha. Well, congratulations, Jessica. But anyways, guys, for the last time, I am gonna head off. I know it's very tempting to keep watch a few stocks that I am watching, but since I'm not trading, I'll leave you guys and just watch this. It's a really good idea to practice your level 2s around levels like 11s and things like that. Watch what happens around that level. When it breaks, what happens. When it holds, what happens. So good, very, very good training area right about now. Alright guys, take it easy. Any questions? Sure. Nice, very nice. Congrats. Alright guys, take it easy. I'm gonna end the live stream. Take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow on the live stream, same time, 9:15 EST. Hopefully we will have a much better action like now after the open. But hope everyone's done well today. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the live room. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe. Ciao. Cheers, guys. Thanks.